And we are live. Been a long time since I've actually done this. Guys, a quick live stream when hopefully some of you might actually join this. Obviously, Saturday, watching the third round of the Masters. And I'm going to be hopefully doing a lot more live streams going forward, eBay stuff, Q&As, whatever it might be. But at the moment, just at home. Girls are out, they've gone to the shops, and I am watching. Well, it's about to literally start now, which is really good. Let me, guys. How are you doing, boys? Entering the chat. 20 people already. Is the most overrated golf. Brendan, you leaving now? What now? You've got your 2 cents in. You going? So yeah, girls gone out. Obviously, third day of Jason. How you doing? Third day of the Masters. Watched last 2 days. Be interested to see what happens, guys. I want to know who you got your money on. Who have we got the money on? Let's see. I want to see in the comment section. Tiger to win. Strong this morning. Strong this morning. Rahm at 9-1 is a very good shout. Rahm, Reed, Rose, everyone with the R at the moment. Tommy Fleetwood. It's interesting. I don't think, honestly, normally day 1, day 2, Masters, someone's always out at like 12, 13 under. They've always got like a 5-shot lead. I've never seen the board this close together with like, and also good players as well. So you've got tons of good players at the top. So to be honest, it's anyone's game. It'd be good to see back-to-back Tiger though. Hasn't obviously been performing that well up to it, the Masters, but at the end of the day, it's Tiger. Rahm, Thomas, very nice pick up there. Hollister Photography. Some Titleist 935 for 30 quid for a set. That's bad. That's bad, boy, that is. So yeah, idea, going to be doing more live streams. I've actually got some software, hopefully getting some webcams. Going to be doing a lot more live streams for like eBay's bargains, Facebook stuff, giving you guys general advice on your clubs. And yeah, see where it goes from there. Obviously, this is kind of the best time to do live streams at home, considering I can't do anything else. So hopefully do a bit more of that for the channel, but really happy with all the support. Thank you ever so much. Hatton, I backed Tyrrell, by the way. That was 1 my at the start. I never put a bet on ever at the start because we always find the best odds like day 2 with people like 4 or 5 behind. But I had Tyrrell at the start of the week and unfortunately didn't produce as much as I wanted him to do, but obviously good into it. How are we doing? Only money I had on was for DeChambeau and he missed the cut. Honestly, with like 4 holes to play, I thought he was going to finish strong. He's going to finish like 3-4 under and then potentially turn it on the next 2 days, but he just missed way too many fairways. It was very interesting, like watching him. It was very interesting. Rory, yeah. So yeah, it's all very interesting in terms of watching it, especially November. It's obviously getting dark a lot earlier. It's quite good for us in England, I'm not going to lie. Like, we get to watch coverage midday. Normally, like, coverage starts at 7. We're watching it to midnight, 1 in the morning. And now it's like starting at 3 o'clock. So for anyone in England, especially lockdown, obviously every other Masters, I've always worked in the shop. I've always been watching it in the shop and then finishing. So it's quite interesting to obviously see it a bit earlier on, but it's all good. I think, honestly, I mean, Rickie, like, every Masters I've ever watched, my wife loves Rickie, by the way. She's the only golfer, realistically, knows the name of, but also the only one she ever backs. And he always, like, top 20, like, always up there. But it'd be good. If he gets top 5, I'd say 150-1 at the moment, like, 5 behind, it's anyone's game at this point. Anyone's game at this point. Guys, how you doing? Appreciate the questions. Appreciate you guys dropping in. Yeah, it would be if Cantley won. 100%. Mate, there's so many good stories. That's the thing with the Masters. Like, everyone wants to win it. There's so many good stories, regardless of who they are, where they come from, stories, how good their year's been, whether they've had a bad year, good year. Danny Willett, I think, looks quite strong as well. I wouldn't put it past him. It being, obviously, he's had a tough 2-3 years. Be interesting to see for him to come straight back up and obviously get close to the top. Guys, how are we? Appreciate you guys dropping by. Leave your questions. If you've got any questions, more than happy to obviously answer them. It's a lot easier answering questions like this than it is normally replying to like emails and everything else. Langer's just class, isn't he? Always like the old boys, first day and second day, always so good. So good. It's good to see them play as well. It's quite set up for that as well. It's quite set up, especially. I mean, normally it's set up for them like better, but because everything's just so wet, it means that they obviously can just fire in, and obviously not necessarily have the runoffs or anything, like, especially when you've got the longer irons, that is, I should say. They've got just as much advantage as like the West players. Left-hander series is obviously going as well as you could imagine, considering even though I started this in Feb, I haven't been able to play golf for 4 months, it would have been now, because we've been in lockdown. So, I mean, that doesn't help the challenge. I'm still going to plough through with it. Hopefully, we get allowed to practice golf again December. I think I can consistently shoot 90 to 95 at the moment. And my best score at the moment is like 80. I think it was like 84, I think, through 18 holes. But it's just so difficult. And like coming out of this, it's going to be like starting square one again, 4 weeks of not hitting a ball. But left-handed series, hopefully, again, pick it up. Lots of stuff at night time. Obviously got GC2 now, which is good. So we'll see. I'm going to push through, see where we get. I like the left-handed stuff. Yeah, exactly. Stuart, thank you. 150 to 1, top 5. It's got to be done, isn't it? Sharky, I apologise, you haven't hit the speed zone yet. It's gutting. It's like the worst timing in the world. I've got so many clubs as well in the house. I might just show you my stock levels of amount of clubs I've got. And boxes just keep turning up. It's hilarious. I've got so many clubs. Help me hit a draw. Aim massively right at target, shoulders, feet, knees, and then try and hook it. That's my best advice without seeing your swing, son. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you've never seen... It's just such a weird Masters to watch with the daylight. Think of buying an M2 driver. How does it compare with other TaylorMade drivers? Every driver over the last 10 years in terms of ball speed is exactly the same. So your ball speed won't be affected. It's going to be just as good. Forgiveness, sound, aesthetics is basically what you're changing from year to year. Realistically, the M2 I see heavily overpriced at the moment, mainly because I've shouted it out for the last 3 years. And the market is always drawn to that. I wouldn't pay 150 to 200 pounds for an M2, especially like if it's immaculate. Don't get me wrong, 150 200 is like okay, but you're like 100 pounds off a brand new driver getting club fitted. So realistically, I wouldn't at the M2 at the moment. I'd wait. As I said, I made a video. It's going to go down definitely. Kyle, your son says hi. I think that says Max. Max, thank you for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Ben Ross HX Type R, are they good for a beginner? 100%. Any Ben Ross driver. Any Ben Ross driver. I mean, you're talking like 100, like less than £100 for a brand new Delta at the moment. That's just realistically so good. So anything under £100 without adjustable weighting is going to be a decent 460, like the big heads. Going to be good for any beginner, really. What driver is the best to help with a dirty slice? Unfortunately, Mike, there isn't. As much as the gimmicks and everything else, I can give you advice. If you want to stop a slice, loft up, very flexible shaft, go ladies flex. That's going to help you slice, but there is no driver that's going to help you. There will to a degree, but when you're talking club face, counts 80% of where the ball goes, and shaft and head, like maximum can change like 10% of that. If you've got a 40, 50 yard slice, a driver could take 10 yards off, but that 40 yard slice still is not manageable. So I'd highly advise lesson. That's basically it. I can change someone's ball flight 100% with a lesson. I can maximum change someone's ball flight 20% with a club fit. But then obviously the better you get, that 20% is a bonus. So that's my best advice, really. Hybrid or long irons for beginners? Hybrids, because they're more forgiving. But then beginners, such a broad like spectrum. I hit the ball 300 yards when I started this game. So a hybrid realistically was too high, too spinny. Therefore, a longer iron. Again, when you're a beginner, how important are long irons? Not really. Wedge, 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 putting, short game, and finding a fairway finder, which potentially could be a long iron. So, How many subs do I want to be on a year from now? I don't, to be perfectly honest. I always kept giving myself goals, and it made me forced to create content that I didn't want to create. Ever since I've been making content that I think you guys enjoy, and I enjoy making, all of a sudden everything started to go a lot better for the channel, which is always great. Don't get me wrong, I'd want the channel to get bigger, but I haven't got any particular goals. Keep it as going as it going. Obviously, I want to get to 50k. I've got that Mura giveaway, so I'm giving away a full set of irons that I got for a pretty good deal off one of you guys. I'm going to get them refurbed, get them to the 50k subscriber giveaway. So 50k is like a goal, but hopefully I imagine we're going to hit 50k next year, and then see where we go from there, really. So it's exciting. Just got to keep this journey going. 120 people watching, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. This is class. Any advice, Beardy Golf, any advice for new golf YouTube channels? Everyone that's watching this live stream, watching this video, go and subscribe to Beardy Golf. That'll definitely help him out. Subject matter, finger on the pulse. You've got to, when you start out, this is going to sound like the worst advice ever, but you want to be like the first there with a title, whether there's like a new club coming out, potentially put a twist on it, make original content. You put back into the community. I think ever since I've been like trying to build like this and the community, I found obviously my niche with the secondhand stuff, then obviously it works. But enjoy it 100%. Start a new channel, enjoy it. All of a sudden, it's going to take off. What drill would you be best to fix a sway and a swing, feet together drill, perhaps? It depends how fast you swing it. A lot of people sway because they need to. Like, a lot of people have like either hip problems, or that's why I always want to know like surgery or how old you are, flexibility. Some people need to sway to even get the ball back to the club, back to the golf ball. There's one good one where you put like a drill, like alignment stick against your hip, and you've got to try and keep it there throughout the whole time. But genuinely, any advice for a new golf YouTube channel? See, honestly, guys, I only know what works for me, but to get more views, which I guarantee is probably what you're asking. Like when I was at like 100 subscribers, this is my roadmap, and this last one I'll do on like YouTube channels. Number 1, 100 subscribers, get all your friends and family, everyone that you know, to subscribe and watch videos, and they will watch all your videos because you're on YouTube. Like all my friends, family, no one watches my friends, my family. They really couldn't care about YouTube channel. Like they don't watch any of it anymore. But first 100 subscribers, that's what you got to do. To 1,000 on from that, put as many titles that are like trending. Masters, great week. Start doing Masters coverage. Start doing reviews on the Masters. Who did well? Bryson DeChambeau had a shocker. There's a video right there. Go and put that in your title. Does distance really matter? That's going to get you 200, 300, 400,000 views over the next week. Thumbnails, super important, because as soon as you get to 1,000, you can make your own thumbnails. Bold, bright, that's it. And just be yourself and just enjoy it. Honestly, that's my roadmap. And then from now, I honestly don't know. I'll kind of make it up as I go along now, guys. So I don't really know. Okay, get me some other questions. Secondhand stuff, club advice, swings, you name it. Pick some old Ping i2s at the start of the golf this year. G25s or G30s. G25s, G30s, all of that. Like any G series irons, I didn't quite see the rest of the text there. My YouTube, this live stream is going to be better, by the way, so apologies if I missed any of your questions. G20s, always, G series and Pings, always going to give you more forgiveness, going to give you more distance. Realistically, I'd say in terms of development and technology, G5 to G10 is probably too old now. So anything more than that, better. The Hairy Golfer, how are you doing, Simon? How's the channel, mate? I've seen some of your videos actually recently, really good. Guys, go and watch the Hairy Golfer's YouTube channel. Really interesting bit of content. Golf shafts getting tired. I honestly have no idea, mate, to be perfectly honest, because I've never done a test. And I don't know how you'd do a test, because each shaft obviously has different life. Some stay in the shed, some go out. I think graphite shafts potentially that, oh, mind you, could get rusted. Steel shafts, I honestly wouldn't be able to. And I'm not even a good enough golfer. This is the thing that kind of gets to me. Like, this is a great question. Graphite shafts or steel shafts for irons, which is better? That's a great question. Who knows? Ideally, this is the way I see golf technology in the future. Everyone will be using graphite shafts because it's a more versatile material. It's going to, that you can do so much more with graphite you can do with steel. Steel as a compound just goes like this, whereas graphite goes like this, and they can make it really stiff and they can make it really flexible, and obviously the lightness, and they can change the dampening, the vibrations, whatever. So I think everyone in 20 years will be using graphite shafts. The reason no one does at the moment is too expensive. So if you want a cheap set of irons, steel is just easier to produce. They can change the swing weight and make it heavier. But overall, if you want club head speed, you want lighter everything. So if you've got XX stiff or X stiff graphite shafts, which will be able to happen, you're going to be able to get the control, it's going to feel better off the face, and you're going to be able to swing it faster. So graphite as a material is better. Does it make you play better golf? No, not really. You've got to work that for your game. Would you recommend buying a new set of tailor-made irons in the Black Friday deals or buy second-hand? Depends how good the deal is, mate, to be honest. Depends how good the deal is. Like, if you're getting a good deal, if you can get like a set of irons at the moment for like 300, 200 quid, then by all means buy brand new, especially if you get warranty as well. So if you get warranty, so you get like years cover or 2 years because you bought it brand new, much better than second hand. Second hand's very expensive, so I'll be very interested to see where it goes from there. Oh, might have lost the stream. Are we back? Sorry, I might have lost you. I'm gonna have to wrap it up anyway, guys. Rickie Fowler, I put a bit of money on, 150 to 1 each way. That's my wife saying yes in the background. Dream set of irons for myself. I want something very like under the radar. That'd be my dream set. I don't really know. Gotta be fake. GPX. Not those 919 JPX irons are fake for £200. I've seen them. Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of Mizuno fakes at the moment, and they look really good. Like in terms of replicas. Are Ping i200 irons hard to bend? Yes. Because even though the i200 is forged, it's a forged face, it's a cast head. I'm pretty right in saying that. Therefore, cast irons you can't bend. Get on the Adams irons hype. Adam irons, like all the underrated ones. All the underrated iron brands are good out there, guys. Because just for the value. No, I don't think, as soon as you go like £50 for a club to £100 to a club to £300, the varying level of performance in that bracket is so minimal. JPX 921 Forge, haven't tested those. Orca all day long, never tested Orca. Never tested Orca. I've come across quite a few Orca secondhand sets though, which does interest me. Why people obviously are selling them. Did you pick up the Sim Max set for 875? Too much money for me at the moment, mate. I'm trying not, if I'm buying clubs at the moment, I'm not spending a lot of money. Like, I'm looking for like irons that are £100. I'm looking for drivers that are like £40. I'm looking for putters that are £30. It's a testy time at the moment, guys. Like, if you're buying at like high-end stuff, I do feel prices are going to get cheaper quickly over the next 2 months with lockdown, weather, the rest of it. And also, I don't want to be sitting on £15,000 worth of clubs in the hallway. Are there any really difference between i200s and i210s? No, nothing. Apart from the one in between the 2 and the 0. I have tried an even roll. I haven't tried many though. I'd have to do a bit more like research on even roll because I've only tested a couple here and there. If you get some JPX 919s, all right, mate. If I find some JPX 919s, I'll obviously let you know. I'd appreciate it. What's a good price for old Forge? I just go on eBay sold listings. Honestly, just go on eBay sold listings and see what's sold. Go end date recent first and see what's sold recently and give you a great idea. Can you do a trade up series with 100? I've thought about that, Alex. That's a good shout, to be fair. I've thought about that in the past. Starting, I was thinking lower, £10. I buy something for £10, I sell it for 20, buy something for 20, sell it for 40, buy something for 40, sell it for whatever, and then see if I can build a brand new set of clubs. That'd be quite a cool series. I'm definitely up for doing that, but it's a bit testing at time. Ah, the girls are here. Look. Whee! Right, that's my cue, guys. Enjoy the Masters. Enjoy day 3. I might do another one tomorrow. See how it goes. Good luck with all your bets. Rickie Fowler to win, because then we get £1,000. Probably do a giveaway then. Guys, see you later.